Hi, my name is Kathy Andronikou and today I'm going to show you how to create a simple card using Chameleon Colour Tones pens. To begin, I'm going to use this penny black stamp and Memento Tuxedo black ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp, making sure I've got ink in all areas, and then stamp onto B paper. My image is now ready to colour, so I'm going to begin with my warm sunset pen, and I'm going to use the brush nib end of the pen. I'm going to place my mixing chamber onto the pen and I'm going to let that infuse for around about 15 seconds. I'm then going to start at the tip of my petal with my lightest shade and then work down the petal. I'm just going to go back in and add some darker areas where the petal folds over. For these back petals, I want them slightly darker, so I'm only going to infuse for a shorter length of time, say about 10 seconds. For smaller petals, again, I only need to infuse for a short period of time, again around about 10 seconds. I want a few of these buds to be yellow as well. So I'm now going to take crimson red and I'm going to colour in this poppy here. Again, I'm going to use the brush tip end of my marker and I'm going to infuse for around about 15 seconds. Now where this curls over, there's going to be a little bit of a shadow. So I'm just going to make it lighter in the middle here, and then darker as we go out towards this edge. So now I'm going to do the centre of my poppy, and I'm going to use deep black. So I'm going to start in the centre here, and I'm going to work out, allowing it to get darker as we go out towards the edge of the poppy. So we're going to start off with the bubblegum pink. And we're going to infuse that for a very short space of time. And we'll lay down that pink colour to start with. Now we're going to go over with the bisque, and we're going to go back over these petals that we've already done to make them more peachy. This just tones the pink right down. To colour in our stems and leaves. So for this I'm going to use the olive green, and because they're quite small areas I'm going to use the bullet tip end. So I now want to add some colour to the edge of this, so I'm going to use my Memento Summer Sky and an ink sweeper. So I want to really ink up well my ink sweeper, and then I'm just going to brush from my craft sheet onto my project. So I'm now going to take a die cut, word die cut, and I'm going to place it over my die where I want it to be. So I think about there in the middle. I'm going to die cut that now. So once it's been die cut, you can carefully remove the washi tape. And remove the die cut. So I now want to get this word out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it back in place for a moment so that I can work out where the little infill bits need to go. So once that's in place, you can then remove the lettering itself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a few more hellos from just plain white card. So I've now cut it out again 3 more times, but from white card. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to start building up the image. Now what we need to do is we need to put this final layer back on so it becomes a hidden message. And now, when I turn it sideways, you can see that it's raised. And we have our hidden message. So now that we've done our design, we're going to add some borders to it. So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue down the side here. So I'm going to trim it now with my Perfect Layers Mini. Trim this down, and I'm going to use the 1/8 of an inch edge to do this. So I've now stitched down the edges, and I'm now going to add some pattern paper from this Gentle Whisper set from Penny Black. So it's now ready to mount onto our card base. I'm just going to stitch down these two sides here, and then the card will be finished. Thanks for watching. Bye!